to the 2026 World Baseball Classic.
That'll do it! Baseball immortality for Taiwan! Chinese Taipei has won its first ever Premier 12 World Championship!
A moment masterfully called by our friend and colleague Tyler Mon. November 24th, 2024, the Tokyo Dome. The date and setting for the greatest night in Taiwan baseball history. A gold medal win in the Premier 12 tournament against the heavily favored Samurai Japan. Japan was 8-0 in that tournament at the time and had a 27-game international win streak. Japan hadn't lost since 2019. But it all came to an end with Chinese Taipei's 4-0 shutout victory. Hao Zhuzheng was the manager for Chinese Taipei in that tournament and once again in this World Baseball Classic. For Japan, 11 players from that team are on this WBC roster. Shohei Ohtani was not there, but he knows that his own manager, Hirokazu Ibata, has revenge on his mind.
Clearly, he let us know that. He's not forgotten that. He's out to get them. He told us exactly his words. And, I was talking about the influence and the talent they have on this roster right now, Steven. It's one thing to have your stars from the NPB, which are remarkable numbers they put up in their presence, but then to have all-star major leaguers just takes us to a new level here in Tokyo.
Tokyo Dome packed to the brim. And if you thought Taiwanese baseball fans were going to go silently in this one, you were mistaken. They made their presence known in the pregame festivities.
Oh, in the festivities all throughout batting practice and during the national anthem, which is very respectable.
Hao Zhuzheng, 28-year-old right-hander, 6'3", 205 pounds. Pitches for the brothers in CPBL. Will handle Shohei Ohtani, Kensuke Kondo, and Seiya Suzuki to start this one. The top two teams in the world clash in the World Baseball Classic. Ohtani jumps on the first pitch and ropes it into the right field corner. Dug out there by Lin, Ohtani will stride in smoothly with a leadoff double on the very first pitch of his tournament.
Exactly what we saw in batting practice. Shohei was on the pull side, staying on top of the plate, but waiting for the ball to get there. Think about how far he waits for the ball. He's one of those players that just on top of the plate, the ball arrives, and he absolutely crushes immediately.
Kensuke Kondo with Ohtani in scoring position. Takes a strike from Zheng. Kondo in his second WBC hit .346 in 2023. 5 extra base hits, including a home run. He drove in 5 and he walked 8 times. Bounces one to first. Picked up there by Wu. He'll step on the bag for the out, but it is a productive one for Samurai Japan. Ohtani now on third.
Yeah, as many stars as they are here in this roster, they go out there and play baseball.
And third, the center fielder, number 51, Seiya Suzuki.
When Japan won in 2023, it did so without one of its big boppers. Seiya Suzuki injured his oblique before the tournament, had to withdraw. He is here and healthy for 2026. He did appear in the 2017 WBC. He's 3 for 14, 0 extra base hits, 0 RBIs then.
Suzuki, remarkable season for the Cubs, and he has been putting on a show here in Motherland throughout exhibition play.
taking time. Suzuki climbs back in on the 0-2 pitch. Zhang just misses the outside corner.
There's Lyle then setting up, and watch a glove come back. That tells you, got the zone.
On a 1-2 pitch, Suzuki has to jump out of the way. The ball inside, 94 on the fastball from Zhang. Here comes the 2-2. Strike three swing.
To the crowd, but look at the execution here. Again, arm side, dominance.
Zhang not out of the woods yet. He has to contend with Masataka Yoshida. The Boston Red Sox. Ball one up and away.
Who has been known throughout WBC to know how to drive in and run.
13 ribbies in the last tournament in 7 games, the most by any player in a single WBC. Pops a strike, foul out of play.
He's not getting cheated. Good to see that. But Alex Cora is happy to see that. Needing health and more production from him.
Ohtani standing at third, but now 2 outs in this first inning. Here comes the 1-1. Down and in. The 2-1 pitch. This is low. Yoshida did not bite. In the driver's seat, Yoshida takes the 3-1 in the dirt. Ball 4 will put runners on the corners for Samurai Japan.
Very typical in how they play the game, moving a guy over after the strikeout. Not spreading and passing the baton. Pretty much the mentality is try to win each half inning.
Now this is a player who knows a thing or two about big hits in this building. Kazuma Okamoto, new Toronto Blue Jay, longtime Yomiuri Giant. Takes a strike. After 11 seasons here in Tokyo, Okamoto making the jump over to MLB. Back in his home country, takes a cut at the 0-1 and fouls back a second strike.
His fastball 93.
You need a run batted in. Ask one of these next 2 hitters, Okamoto or Munetaka Murakami, who's on deck. First and third, 2 out. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Hao Zhang up to the task in the first. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. His first pitch of the WBC is a dandy and a strike. His numbers last year with the Dodgers, made every single start, 30 of them. 12 wins, an ERA of 2.49. But it wasn't the regular season that has everybody buzzing about this right-hander. It's what he did in the postseason, and more specifically, the World Series.
Shinabu more than ready for this challenge, and all fastball versions need to be in play. His cutter, his four-seamer, and his sinker. Early count curveballs. Well, we saw that. Uncle Charlie already. And Yama just beat Yama.
The World Series MVP. 5-1 during the postseason last year. 2 complete games back-to-back. One in the NLCS and then another in Game 2 of the World Series. A Tapper back to him. He fields his position beautifully. No problems for the first out. This is the starting lineup for Chinese Taipei, a lineup that has already been decimated by injuries. They've lost big bats before this tournament and through that first game.
Yeah, Chan is a big loss for them, but I'm expecting bigger things today from Yu Chan. Go out there and give yourself something good to hit. But before that, put the ball in play a little bit more. They struck out 9 times in game 1.
3 of them. The Stuart Fairchild, the batter now, fouling away a strike to the right side.
In case you're asking about Yamamoto and the preparation coming here, he already made 2 starts in the Cactus League. 4 2/3 innings, allowed 3 runs. And 7 strikeouts, no walks.
Swing and a miss, strike 2, fastball at 97. Yamamoto reunited with his former battery mate, Kenya Wakatsuki. Those 2 things did some special things together.
And he immediately, as always, will put you to work.
The last time Yamamoto pitched to Wakatsuki was the 2023 Japan Series, Game 6. Oryx's season on the line. Yamamoto went the distance, 9 innings, just 1 run, struck out 14, and threw 138 pitches. Fairchild down swinging on that trademark splitter from Yamamoto.
He's actually a little amped up right now, and he threw it at 93 miles an hour. The one before that even harder, but here's the dip and the nice finish. And who better than his catcher, Wakatsuki, as he mentioned, to know where that ball's going to be landing.
Anker Lin, right fielder, steps up with 2 outs and the bases empty. No score in this first inning. Bounces the first pitch to third. The throw across on the money. A 1-2-3 first for Yamamoto. Still zeros on the score.
USA takes on Brazil, only on Fox.
Top of the second, Samurai Japan sending 6, 7, and 8 to the plate, starting with the new Chicago White Sox. Munetaka Murakami in his second WBC. His first started really slow, a lot of struggles. He just was carrying the pressure and hype on his shoulders. But he found his swing just in time. Quarterfinal round for drawing a walk. He drove a ball to the wall, left center field. You could feel the exhale. And then he parlayed that into some big swings in the semis and the finals. That is a big swing and a miss against Zheng, 2-1. We started our broadcast talking about the batting practice show that Ohtani put on. Murakami was in the same group, and he wasn't getting cheated either. This is a powerful bat, ahead 3-1. A leadoff walk.
Now they're going to make him walk. Work. And he's a guy that, changed throughout his career. He does not allow a lot of hits. He will have the walks up there. But one thing that we saw in the first inning, emotions in check, yes, he passed that one. Convert counts in his favor, yes. And he's got to push back with a fastball against his right-handed batter especially.
Shugo Maki couldn't hold up his swing, strike 1. Second WBC for the second baseman, Maki. And only 3 hits in 6 games last time around, but 2 of those 3 hits were homers. Hits it to left field, sinking fast, down for a hit. Murakami stops his second. The first 2 aboard for Samurai Japan in the second inning.
2 consecutive innings, multi-base runners on. Let's see how this one ends up, as we saw the best of Chen when he was in the biggest trouble going through Suzuki and Okamoto with big strikeouts in the first inning.
Remember in that Premier 12 matchup 2 years ago, Japan was shut out by Chinese Taipei and stunned 4-0 the final. Japan had only 4 hits in that game. Sosuke Genda had 1 of those hits. He's the batter here. Runners on first and second, nobody out, trying to break the ice in game.
And Chinese Taipei looking for the bunt.
Look out. Genda is telling Jordan Baker he felt that hit him. And it seems like they want to challenge or take another look.
Genda made no secret about it. Looked to the dugout, pointing to his left leg immediately. What can we pick up here, Steven? Let's see. Pants, fabric. Yes.
Yep.
There it is.
So that will load the bases. We've seen going on 5 challenges now, tournament-wide. They have all been successful. Every single one of them.
You don't see that trend happen very often, but yeah, every single one of them successful so far in the challenges to keep innings alive or to win innings.
A walk, a base hit, and a hit batter. Loads them up for Kenya Wakatsuki, the number 9 hitter. Shohei Ohtani on deck. Wakatsuki, catcher, hit .272 last year for Oryx in 121 games. OPS of .689. Good pick by Lyle Lynn on the ball in the dirt.
Also keep an eye on one very important figure here. 25 pitches already. In a tournament where you don't have the freedom to go out there and just be stretched out as much as you can.
That'll be a mound visit here for Ha Zhang. Yeah, you think he was amped up for this one? That first inning, Ohtani leads off with a double in the very first pitch that he sees. He gets to third with only 1 out. Eventually, it's first and third with 2 outs. You're facing Kazuma Okamoto, a feared hitter, and he put him away with a fastball at 96.4 miles per hour. That was 1.5 miles per hour harder than any other pitch. And you saw the emotion that poured out of him afterwards as well.
He can amp it up a little bit more. We saw some 93, all of a sudden we saw a 97. Looks like the all the way up pitching. Saving just a little bit more when you need it most.
Grounded foul, 2 balls and a strike. Wakatsuki. In 11 seasons, Japan's backstop just a .232 hitter, but he's been better around .250 the last 5 years. Popped up. Lyle Lynn tosses the mask. We'll give it a look. Up against the net. He makes the catch. That's a massive out.
Well, here are the moments that pursue Shohei Ohtani, that Ohtani pursues himself.
Bases loaded, 1 out. No score, but for how much longer? He opts to take a pitch this time. It's a ball downstairs.
Jumped on a fastball. First fastball he saw. Whacked it down the line to right field. Now starts with the outspeed.
The 1-0 pitch. Gets a call from Baker. Zhang's 1-1. Called ball 2. Ohtani with 3 grand slams in his MLB career. Looking for one in the double.
Well, Steven, why not? Why not Shohei? Why not those big moments that he pursues, but they seem to find him? Once again, here at home, he gets the job done to the delight of every single soul here in his home country.
If you had any doubts, have you not been paying attention to what this man does on the daily?
We're going to talk about the moment, but there's also a mechanical side of this. All the off speed, now he says, I'm going to look off speed, but I need to keep the bat through the zone.
Kondo grounds out, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, it looks like he's full, but let me tell you, that's not getting full. You got to have the ability to do this. Find the path of the baseball and get under the breaking ball. And of course, you got to be very strong.
His ability to meet seemingly every single moment is truly awesome.
And we've seen through the years, but what we saw this past October between pitching and hitting in one single game is absolutely off the charts, off the planet.
A 4-0 lead. Inning not done, Seiya Suzuki.
And if you're Chen, you're thinking, I thought I had him fooled, but not this man.
Payoff is upstairs and a 2-out walk for Suzuki.
Oh, Shohei, for this tournament at Dodger Camp, did one thing I've never seen anybody do before, which is, Steven, he would be not on the chart to be in any one of the fields, but to hit in the cage. There's one time, one day, he started jumping from field to field to make sure he got the at-bats and plate appearances before getting here. Dino Eagles going, wait a minute. Shohei's not supposed. Oh, there's Shohei. Now he's field number 2. Now he's field number 1. He really wanted the most before he got here to give his best, and here we off to a good start.
Yeah. 2 for 2, leadoff double in the first pitch, and then a grand slam.
Sort of Dave Roberts like, well, Shohei's supposed to be a bit of a light day today. Nah. He wants to do this, and to do that, you have to take care of the other things. And he talks about working when not to and when to work.
Yoshida rips it to right. This ball will get down all the way to the wall. Suzuki on his horse, coming around from first. He will score. Going to third, Yoshida. He has save. RBI triple for the Macho Man, and now a 5-0 lead.
They found something here this inning that Cheng was doing in that first inning. Release point, patterns, locations, and they have absolutely exploded here offensively. Wait, a third. Watch it slide to the spot. Outside of the bag.
Ball 1 to Okamoto.
Mentioned the pitch count before. Here we are at 47 after making only 16 in that first inning, where he was able to work out of trouble.
Runner on third, 2 outs, the 2-0. Misses as well. That's a 4-pitch walk, and you wonder how much longer they will let Zheng go. That 49 pitches for the game. His next pitch will mean he has to have 4 days of rest.
And at this point, you're trying to save some of those arms too. And you're trying to tell yourself, if he's my best option this early, I need to stick with it. Right now, he is not.
First and third, Samurai Japan has batted around. Murakami back to the plate, led off the second inning with a walk. Scored on Shohei's grand slam.
They went through 5 pitchers in game 1 against Australia.
Pitch 52 from Zheng. It's a high strike 2 called against Murakami. Pitch clock violation. It's now 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out, the 2-2 pitch. Up and away. Things are full. The count and this building. Full of people, full of energy. And off the leg of Zheng. Stopped at second by Cheng. There will be no throw. Yoshida scores. 6-0 Japan.
This is a fabulous job all the way around. Starting with a walk, but every single at-bat has had a purpose, a plan to start it well, and more importantly here, Steven, to finish it well. If it's a 2-strike approach, if it's an up-the-middle approach, if it's an adjustment approach where you found a pattern, they have found it very quickly, and they have not wasted any time now with a 6 spot. Trying to see if the ball got him and how he feels. And how about if it's impacted by the ball getting him.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the starter on one side, a Dodgers star and 2-time World Series champion. Hao-Jung Zheng, a former Dodger farmhand. LA signed him in 2019, debuted in 2021, but was released in March of 2022. And it appears that his night is done. Everybody wanted to see this one. Ken Watanabe, Steve Aoki, the legendary Sadaharu O.
He knows a thing or two about home runs.
Daisuke Matsuzaka.
He knows a thing or two about heroics in WBC.
The cast of One Piece. Chalamet's in the building.
And
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, man. ¿Qué pasa, papi?
That's the kind of ticket that the WBC has turned into. Ji Wei-Hu comes out of the bullpen trying to get the last out of the second inning. It has been a lengthy one as Japan has batted around. Shugo Maki making his second plate appearance. Singled and scored. A long wait for Yoshinobu Yamamoto as well.
He's so used to the bullpens where they're located, and guarantee you he's been throwing here for a few minutes already.
Just missed, ball 3.
It's like he's warmed up enough. Like, I want to get back to the mound with this lead. Why not?
Here comes the 3-1. Maki takes up and in, ball 4. Load him up once more. Samurai Japan as a team going to try and go full Fernando Tatis Sr. 2 grand slams in an inning. Of course, that is not Genda's game per se, but why not? That's what he might be thinking.
Anything is possible. There's a ball in your hand. There's some dangerous hitters. There's some talent, some power. How's your scorecard, by the way?
It's getting busy in this one specific column. That is the second inning. Partner, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm doing the splits here.
On a 1-1. We'll find strike 2.
Well, after only 16 pitches by Chang in that first inning, he ends up with 54 total. Just like that.
Genda behind, 1-2. Broken bat. Here's a flare, shallow center field. It drops for a hit. 1 run is in. Another will score. Mark it 8 for Samurai Japan.
Well, well. The last time these two teams met, you said what? Heroics, right? By who? Chinese Taipei. It's like a little payback right here. Everything is dropping. Shatter bats, splinter bats, off the end of the bat, you name it. And very clearly, Steven, that manager Hirozaku Ibata told us, we are going for it. We know what happened here in their Premier 12.
Now Wakatsuki, runners on the corners. Strike 1.
Four batters that are batting now for the second time. That's crazy.
Swings through, strike 2.
We're talking the second time this inning.
If you're you're going right at Wakatsuki because you know who is on deck. And if Wakatsuki reaches, then Ohtani can go Tatis Sr.
We've talked about pitch counts and limits. Also, let's keep it on the scoreboard with an 8 spot this early. That could have an effect on the result of the game.
Here comes the 2-2. Taken the other way for a base hit from Wakatsuki. It splits the outfielders in right field. He's thinking two. He'll hold up with one. Genda holds at third base. The guy's back safely, but an RBI knock for the backstop, Wakatsuki. Now 9-0. Ohtani will come back to the plate in the second inning.
It's like they just woke up after saying, hey, what happened in the first inning? Okay, let's learn from it. A couple of punch-outs after the leadoff double. Got the wall mix in there, and this has been a terrific approach all the way around by every single batter.
First pitch ripped through the right side. An RBI single for Shohei. Double digits for Samurai Japan. It's the second inning, Jose, and Ohtani is already a triple shy of the cycle.
As we keep saying, why not Shohei again? Like he did in the first inning, jumps on the first pitch he sees, pulls side again, and 5 RBI this inning.
Kondo on the first pitch, a ground ball to first. The underhand flip to Hu. He steps on the bag, and Chinese Taipei at long last gets through the second. But they bat around and then some. A 10 spot. The highlight, Ohtani's first WBC Grand Slam. After nearly a half-hour wait, Yoshinobu Yamamoto is back on the mound in the Tokyo Dome. Japan scored 10 in the top of the second, 5 driven in by Shohei Ohtani. 27.5 minutes.
We said there's talent, right? There's talent. But, man, the desire they showed is just unparalleled.
Yu Chang, Chinese Taipei WBC legend. One of the team's hits in the tournament opening loss to Australia.
Yamamoto, 10 pitches, 7 strikes first inning. And the velocity, 97, 98, and a very hard split so far.
I saw that up to 93 and change. Goes to the curve, check swing, and he held up.
Go back and think about this. Yamamoto averaged in that first inning 97.5 on the fastball. His last spring start averaged 94.9. Feeding off this environment.
The payoff to Chang. Fouled straight back. Try again. Chang fouls another one away.
Yamamoto's the type of pitcher that he uses the pitch count, but not for himself to call the pitch. He really has a lot of trust in the guy behind the plate. And it doesn't matter if it's a veteran or a young catcher. As we saw with the Dodgers, a couple of young catchers last season. Let them call their game.
The 9th pitch of the plate appearance for Chang. Is ball 4. What a battle. And if you're in that Chinese Taipei dugout right now, Jose Mota, that's the type of little thing that you're trying to lean on, I assume.
Build-ups of anything, and winning the at-bat right there, it's the best you can do. You're not going to hit a 10-run home run, so win the little battles. Start there. Knowing the challenge is huge because of who you're facing on the mound, too.
Gongguang Galigalao came off the bench and ripped a pinch hit single against Australia. got the start in this one as the DH. Big cut, strike 2. 6 minor league seasons with the Guardians organization, 2014 to 2019. It's affectionately known as Gilly. The Guardians fans.
Beloved.
Waiting for an 0-2 pitch. Which misses upstairs.
And let's keep an eye to see how far Yamamoto will go.
Ground to the left side, scooped up at third, goes to second for 1, the turn for 2. That's something fans all around the world have seen Yamamoto do time and time again. Get a ground ball when he needs it.
He's got the sinker action, he's got the splitter action with arm side run, he's got the slider and the cutter, and when you get a runner at first base, we've seen this time and time again as a Dodger. He finds a way to get that ball on the ground.
Base is clear now, 2 out. Look out in the excite seats on the left side.
And even for a power pitcher, it's just knowledge of who you are, and you know your stuff well. You understand where your stuff is and what the situation is calling for. It's not all about power and more power. It's about finesse, efficiency, and wisdom out there on the mound. He's such an artist.
A strike away from finishing the second.
Very deliberate, very diligent with his javelin work. Long toss. Just does not forget about the ingredients. You've seen some of the teammates try to use a javelin, right? It's
Mookie Betts.
And it's an art. It's technique.
Leaning on Yada Sensei, Yamamoto's instructor. Who lays off the splitter.
Look at Yamamoto's size, and he's not the modern day lift weights and do all these other things that are prevalent in baseball now as a pitcher. Very traditional. Inner strength, says Sensei.
Do it again. 97 on the heater from Yamamoto.
Because again, you look at size and you go, well, this guy was warming up during the 18-inning game. Takes the ball back-to-back in a World Series. Where's all that strength coming from after 30 starts?
Another foul ball between Chang and Wu. Been some quality plate appearances against Yamamoto in terms of seeing pitches and fighting pitches off.
And beyond all this is the shortened offseason for him.
21st pitch of the inning for Yamamoto. Hit on the ground to second, handled on the hop by Maki. Leadoff walk, he faces the minimum. Still 10-0.
And that kind of hop.
You know, Jose, we showed all the celebrities that are here in Tokyo watching this game. Ken Watanabe, Chalamet.
Come on,
Babani.
Babani.
Yeah.
Yeah, Papi.
How about the luminaries who are watching abroad? Like
such as
Tachan Lars Nootbaar.
Yeah.
One of the stars of the 2023
made that so popular.
WBC winning Samurai Japan. Our best wishes to Lars as he continues to recover and get ready for the upcoming campaign with the St. Louis Cardinals. Shattered bat, foul ball, 2-2. Also, Yoshihiro Sonoda, a.k.a. Hiro Sonoda.
Hiro.
That is Yoshinobu Yamamoto's interpreter with the Dodgers.
Wondering what he is wearing today. There's some attire that he wears for good luck. Had to go there. I mean, come on.
Put his business in the streets like that.
Hiro, you better be wearing that.
Here's the pitch. Oh, and there's the split. Strikeout number 2 for Yamamoto.
Split first inning, 93 and 94, with just tremendous dip. Great arm action, and mainly a guy with very small hands on a consistent basis, Steven, is able to just put that pitch exactly where he wants. I love that rainbow, man. Look at that. Kodai Senga had a conversation with Yamamoto his first year in the big leagues about, hey, that splitter needs to be played well on both sides. Arm side, glove side. You cannot stay only on arm side against righties and lefties because they will figure it out.
This figures to be the final batter that Yamamoto faces, given his pitch count and the activity in Japan's bullpen. Ahead 0-2. Both of his strikeouts have come on the splitter. High fastball changes the high levels as he's setting him up for another.
He knows his mechanics so well. He knows how it needs to be aligned. Again, I mentioned the long toss, but he uses a long toss as an alignment tool, he has told me. Long for garden art. Long toss for pitchers.
There's a split for that. There's a ball out of hand in the dirt from 0-2 to full.
When I look at the scoreboard and knowing he's getting ready for a season, pitch I'd like to see here, cutter.
Pitch 47. A payoff from Yamamoto with the runner going. Fouled back. He'll try again.
Nice four-seamer at 96 with good run.
Pitch 48. Another 3-2. Ball 4.
He's going for the punch out, going to cost him.
And just as we suspected, that is it for the World Series MVP. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 2 2/3 innings, 2 strikeouts and a walk. He is on the hook for the runners.
Well, this is going to be just a conversation.
Huh?
Yeah, it was not the manager, the pitching coach who went out there.
Okay.
That's when you know you're calling the shots. You're calling the shots and you know what you're getting ready for. As I mentioned before, he went over 50 pitches already in his last outing in spring training. And he actually asked for one more outing from the Dodgers before coming here.
Looking for the final out of the 3rd inning. 1st and 2nd. Starts Stuart Fairchild off with a fastball at the knees and strike 1. Fairchild joining Chinese Taipei from Cleveland Guardians camp in Arizona.
That's what I'd like to see more here with this batter. Go to number 1.
In Yamamoto's last spring start, he threw 52 pitches. Here's number 51. Curve that stays upstairs.
It's one of the very few times you see his body not aligned correctly. A little leakage there for the front shoulder. Doesn't throw it very often. He actually abandoned it at one point, but hey, where's that slider?
3-2.
Violation of the pitcher, automatic ball.
There are a couple lengthy plate appearances worked by the Chinese Taipei lineup, elevating Yamamoto's pitch count to where it is now. Once again, a strike away from finishing the third inning. The 3-2 to Fairchild. It's a split in the dirt, ball 4, and the frustration obvious from Yamamoto. The bases loaded for Chinese Taipei.
Interesting that when he started taking something off of that splitter, not as effective as it was in the first inning. But in a long season, he is better off around 91, 92.
Back-to-back walks. Forces the pitching change. Yamamoto officially done. Top of the fourth. Top of the order for Japan. Shohei Ohtani led off the game with a double. Hit a grand slam home run and had an RBI single in the second inning. He needs a triple to complete the first ever cycle in WBC play. Lined into the glove of the first baseman, Wood. So cycle watch will have to wait.
It's okay, says Bad Bunny. Está bien. Tranquilo.
He wants the cycle.
Hey, tranquilo, papi. Think.
Koki Kitayama, the new pitcher for Japan. Bottom of the sixth inning, a 13-0 lead. 13 runs and 13 hits for the host nation, but the road team in this game against Chinese Taipei. Facing 4, 5, and 6 for Taiwan.
It's like every time we see somebody new in the mound, it's like, oh, there's somebody else we're looking forward to watching. Along with catcher Seishiro Sakamoto. There's something we said, Steve, about developing arms now at the NPB. The way they have. Continuously, time after time. More and more teams from MLB covering. Better scouting. Much more depth and need from an organization, but also the way they're teaching. Here it's varied. The way they train.
And dominant on the international stage. The rankings for Kitayama last year in NPB.
In the meantime, still 0 hits for Chinese Taipei.
1.63 earned run average for the right-hander. Third best in the entire league. That's filleted by Yu Chang, and there goes the no-hit bid for Samurai Japan.
Chinese Taipei fans celebrate that one. Pitch elevation. Beats him. Not enough.
Starts. You know the workload in the postseason. 0 days rest. Pitching the final outs, the final 2+ innings of Game 7 after throwing 96 pitches in 6 innings in Game 6. After warming up in the bullpen for the 19th inning in Game 3, following a complete game in Game 2. So if anybody had the outs to sit out a tournament, it would be Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
37 1/3 innings in postseason alone.
But no. The only thing that Yamamoto was worried about, or focused on is the better way to put it, was would his body respond in his ramp up And it obviously has. And at that point, he said full go. Flip to left. 2 gone. 1 more out.
It's refreshing because they all said yes. Figured a lot of luck. Guy like Okamoto, Murakami had every chance to go, you know what, let me just get to my new surroundings and stay around. No.
Comes down to the leadoff batter, Zhong Jiesheng.
The man they call Z. Good extra base power.
Last year spent most of the season in the minors for the Pirates.
Oh, Jordan Baker thought he had him. We rung him up.
Still 1 more strike. 1-2. Ohtani comes home. Misses by a few inches with the fastball. Ohtani watching Ohtani. The 2-2. Stays upstairs. No swing. Count is full.
Beyond all of baseball prowess for Shohei. How about what we heard about him joining this team and how things changed immediately when he joined the club?
Struck him out, and that's the ball game. Samurai Japan gets Chinese Taipei back for the Premier 12 gold medal game in 2024 with a WBC victory in 2026.
In a convincing way, they get it done. They get it done early. Everybody gets a chance. We saw the orange, but mainly we saw the offense after the first inning when they were pretty much handcuffed by the starter. Chang, 16 pitches, 10 for strike, but pitching out of trouble. Then came the second inning, all led by that man right there. Shohei Ohtani, another historic outcome. Historic nights this time here at home to kick off for the defending champions.
Ohtani's first 3 plate appearances, a leadoff double in the very first pitch of the game, a grand slam home run in the second, came back up to the plate in the second, ripped an RBI single. So 5 ribbies and 3 hits in the first 2 innings. He finishes a triple shy of the cycle. And the pitching staff limiting Chinese Taipei to just 1 hit. And it came leading off the bottom of the 6th inning in a 13-0 shutout win.
Absolutely remarkable talents, but mainly, as we talked about in the open, they have a true desire to keep that trophy here.
The pool favorites and one of the tournament favorites look every bit of it in their opener against Chinese Taipei. They salute the home crowd in the Tokyo Dome. They'll be back at it tomorrow night against Korea, a massive rivalry game with massive Pool C implications. But first, it'll be Chinese Taipei against Czechia. We hope you'll join us for that at noon Eastern Tokyo time. On behalf of Jose Mota and our terrific crew, John Solskjaer leading the way, Jason Lobb directing, everybody else we have here traveling and domestically. I'm Stephen Nelson. Thanks for being with us. We'll do it again tomorrow in Pool C in the WBC.